The essence of our journey isn't measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Yet, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the moments of rest, but the moments of action that define the path we tread. It's a curious thing, isn't it? How we often find ourselves ensnared in the illusion of someday, believing there's an endless expanse of tomorrows for us to start living the lives we dream of. But let me ask you this, if not now, then when? Time, my friends, is the most democratic of all resources. Every person, regardless of background, wealth, or creed, is allotted the same 24 hours in a day. The question then becomes, how do we harness this equalizer? The answer lies not in counting the hours, but in making the hours count. It's about painting with bold strokes on the canvas of our lives, not with the hesitant touch of someone who's afraid to make a mark. Consider for a moment the notion that every minute spent in procrastination is a minute stolen from your future self. A daunting thought, isn't it? Yet it's a truth that, once embraced, can propel us toward a life of action, of purpose. It's in the doing, the striving, and the overcoming that we find the essence of truly living. This brings us to a pivotal realization. The time to act, to create, to love, and to live is not tomorrow. It's today. It's in this very moment. The roads we choose to walk, the dreams we dare to chase, and the passions we decide to nurture shape the legacy we leave behind. It's a profound responsibility, one that we carry not just for ourselves, but for the generations that follow. So, as we stand at the crossroads of our lives, let us choose the path of action over inaction, of purpose over procrastination. Let us fill our days with life rather than our lives with days. And let us embark on this journey with the unwavering resolve to make each moment count, to weave a tapestry of life so rich, so vibrant, that it becomes a beacon of inspiration for those who walk the paths we once did. Consider this in the orchestra of the universe. Each tick of the clock is a note played, contributing to the symphony of our days. How then do we ensure that our contribution to this melody is one of harmony and beauty rather than dissonance and regret? It begins with understanding that time, in its relentless march forward, offers us an opportunity to grow, to love, to learn. Reflect for a moment on the nature of time itself. Unlike the tangible treasures of the world, gold, silver, and precious gems, time is an asset we cannot hoard or save for a rainy day. It is the great equalizer bestowed upon each of us in equal measure at the dawn of each day, yet it is up to us to decide how we invest it. The question then beckons, how do we navigate this journey to ensure that our investment of time yields a return of unparalleled value? Let us ponder the notion of time as the ultimate currency in the economy of life. In every decision we make, from the trivial to the transformative, we are spending this currency, investing in the moments that collectively define our journey. Yet, how often do we find ourselves squandering this precious resource on the trivialities that clutter the landscape of our daily existence? It's akin to casting pearls before swine, allowing the golden moments of opportunity to slip through our fingers like grains of sand. But fear not, for within this realization lies the power to transform our trajectory. It is in the conscious choice to invest our time wisely, to pursue endeavors that enrich not only our own lives but those of others, that we find the essence of true fulfillment. Imagine, if you will, a world where every individual harnesses the power of their time, channeling it into pursuits of growth, contribution, and enduring significance. What a world that would be! A world ablaze with the brilliance of human potential realized. Now, let me ask you, what dreams have you deferred with the words someday or tomorrow? What passions lie dormant within you, waiting for the moment you decide to invest your time in bringing them to life? It's time to awaken to the reality that someday is a thief in the night, stealing our dreams and leaving in its wake the cold light of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. As we stand at the crossroads of decision, let us choose the path less traveled by, the path that leads to growth, achievement, and the realization of our highest potential. Let us not be swayed by the siren call of procrastination, which whispers sweet nothings of comfort and complacency. Instead, let us rise with determination, armed with the knowledge that the time to act is now. For in the grand tapestry of life, it is the actions we take today that weave the future we desire tomorrow. Let us embrace the discipline required to invest our time in pursuits that matter, that challenge us to stretch beyond our perceived limits, and that invite us to become co-creators in the unfolding story of our lives. Remember, it is not the quantity of time at our disposal that counts, but the quality of the moments we create with it. Each day offers a new canvas, a fresh opportunity to paint with bold strokes of courage, hope, and action. In this pursuit, let us be guided by a vision that lights our way, a beacon that illuminates the path through the darkest nights. Let this vision be our compass, steering us toward choices that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Let us hold fast to the belief that within us lies the power to craft a legacy of significance, a legacy that echoes through the corridors of time long after our footsteps have faded from the earth. So, as we journey forth from this moment, let us do so with hearts buoyant with hope and spirits ignited by the promise of what lies ahead. Let us invest our time in building bridges rather than walls, in sowing seeds of kindness and compassion, and in pursuing the greatness that resides within each of us. For in the end, when the final chapter of our lives is written, let it be said that we live not by counting the days, but by making the days count. That we turn the pages of our lives not with a sigh of regret, but with a smile of satisfaction, knowing that we invested the most precious of all currencies, our time, in a manner that left the world a little better, a little brighter for our having been here. With the canvas of our days laid bare before us, radiant with the potential of untold stories and uncharted paths, a truth emerges from the shadow of time well spent. A truth that speaks of obstacles unseen, of time wasters that lurk in the crevices of our routines, silently siphoning the essence of our most precious commodity as we journey deeper into the heart of living a life rich in purpose and meaning. Let us shine a light on these common thieves of time and the impact they have on our quest for fulfillment. In the quiet moments of reflection, have you ever found yourself pondering the mystery of days that slip through your fingers like water, leaving behind a trail of unfulfilled intentions and unrealized dreams? It's as though we stand upon the shores of our own potential, watching the waves of daily distractions wash away the sandcastles of our aspirations. These distractions, seemingly benign in the moment, compound over time, eroding the very foundations upon which we seek to build our lives. First among these silent thieves is the specter of procrastination, a deceptive adversary that whispers sweet lullabies of later and someday into the ears of our ambition. It seduces us with the promise of time aplenty, leading us down a maze of complacency from which escape becomes a Herculean task. The cost of this dalliance with delay is not measured in the ticking of a clock, but in the opportunities lost and the dreams deferred. The antidote to this mallow lies not in the realms of the extraordinary, but in the power of starting now, starting small, but most importantly, venturing further, we encounter the labyrinth of perfectionism, where the quest for the flawless becomes the enemy of progress. In the pursuit of perfection, time becomes a prisoner to the minutiae, shackled by an obsession with details that in the grand scheme of our journey will matter little. The impact is a life caught in the stasis of inaction, where the fear of failure paralyzes potential. Let us embrace the beauty of imperfection, for it is in our flaws that our true humanity shines brightest, and it is from the ashes of our attempts that we rise more resilient and more determined. Amidst the cacophony of the digital age, the siren call of social media and electronic distractions beckons, a modern-day odyssey where the allure of the screen ensnares our time and dilutes our focus. Hours, once devoted to the pursuit of our passions and the nurturing of real-world connections, are now lost in the endless scroll of virtual validation and digital dalliances. The impact of this diversion is a disconnection from the tangible joys of life. and a fragmentation of our attention that scatters our energies to the wind. In reclaiming the helm from these digital distractions, we must learn to navigate with intention, setting our course by the stars of our deepest values and most cherished goals. But let us not overlook the subtle thief of overcommitment, where the desire to do all things leads to the accomplishment of none. In our zeal to live fully, we sometimes find ourselves stretched thin, pulled in myriad directions by the competing demands of myriad masters. The impact is a diffusion of our efforts, a dilution of our essence, and a departure from the path of purposeful pursuit. The key to liberation from this snare lies in the power of discernment, in learning to say no with the same conviction with which we say yes, preserving our time for the endeavors that truly matter, for the pursuits that light the fire of our souls. As we stand vigilant against these common time wasters, let us do so with a heart full of grace and a mind attuned to the melody of purposeful living. In each moment of choice, let us ask ourselves, does this path lead me closer to the person I wish to become, to the life I desire to lead? For it is in the accumulation of these moments, these choices, that our destiny is shaped. Let this be the moment where we choose to reclaim our time from the jaws of distraction, where we choose to invest our hours in the currency of growth, love, and contribution. Let us craft from the fabric of our days a tapestry that speaks not of what we wish to do, but of what we did, not of dreams deferred, but of visions realized. And as we journey forward, let the lessons of the past be the lanterns that light our way, guiding us toward a future where time is treasured, where every moment is imbued with purpose, and where the echoes of our actions create ripples of positive change that reverberate through the annals of time. Have you ever considered the power of intentionality? It's like the rudder of a ship guiding us through the vast seas of possibility. When we set our intentions, we chart a course defining not just our destination, but the quality of our journey. This begins with the simple yet profound act of setting goals, not as distant landmarks to be admired, but as beacons to be reached. Goals are the stars by which we navigate the night, turning the vast darkness into a map of dreams waiting to be discovered. But how do we ensure that our goals are not just wishes cast into the wind? The key lies in the art of prioritization, the discipline of discerning not just what matters, but what matters most. Imagine your goals as precious gems scattered across the table. Not all that glitters is gold, and so we must choose with discerning hearts the jewels that will adorn the crown of our achievements. Each day, ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will bring me closer to my goal? By focusing on what is essential, we turn the chaos of distraction into the clarity of purpose. Yet setting goals and prioritizing are but the beginning. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but it is persistence that paves the road. The art of time management is not in the doing, but in the continuing, the steadfast commitment to move forward, even when the path is steep and the shadows long. It's about creating a routine that serves not as a prison, but as a framework upon which we can build the masterpiece of our days. A routine imbued with purpose becomes not a chore, but a ritual, a daily dedication to the pursuit of our highest selves. In this endeavor, the concept of time blocking emerges as a beacon of efficiency, a method of dedicating blocks of time to specific tasks or goals, thereby transforming the abstract into the concrete. It's about saying, this time is sacred, reserved for what truly matters. Whether it's an hour spent in the pursuit of knowledge, a morning devoted to the cultivation of health, or an evening dedicated to the nurturing of relationships, time blocking allows us to create islands of focused effort in the sea of daily demands. And let us not forget the power of reflection, the practice of looking back not in judgment, but in learning. Each day offers lessons, whispers of wisdom gained through the triumphs and trials of our endeavors. By taking time to reflect, we chart our progress, celebrate our victories, and recalibrate our course. Reflection is the compass that guides us, ensuring that we are not just moving, but moving in the right direction. Yet, what are the moments when time seems an adversary, when the hours slip through our fingers like grains of sand. It is here that the strategy of delegation comes into play, the recognition that we are not solitary travelers but part of a greater whole. By entrusting tasks to others, not only do we multiply our effectiveness, but we also foster a spirit of collaboration and growth. Delegation is not abdication but elevation, a lifting of ourselves and others towards our collective potential. In the symphony of life, where each of us plays a unique part, the strategies for maximizing time are the notes that create harmony. It's about moving with intention, prioritizing with wisdom, persisting with courage, organizing with purpose, reflecting with honesty, and delegating with trust. These are not just strategies, but principles, guiding lights that illuminate our path to a life of meaning and impact. As we stand at the threshold of tomorrow, armed with the knowledge of how to harness the winds of time, let us step forward with confidence. Let us weave the tapestry of our days with threads of purpose, patterned with the moments of action, intention, and fulfillment. For in the end, it is not the length of our years that defines the legacy we leave, but the depth of our moments, the lives we touch, and the difference we make. As we journey forth from the shores of maximizing our time, let us venture into the realms of living with purpose and urgency. For what is a life but a series of moments, a collection of breaths imbued with the power to shape destinies? The essence of our existence is not found in the breaths we take, but in the moments that take our breath away. Those instances where time itself seems to stand still, captured in the brilliance of living truly and deeply. But how, you might ask, does one cultivate a life of such richness, a life that resonates with purpose and urgency? It begins with the realization that every day is a gift, not a given right. Imagine waking each morning with the understanding that today could be your masterpiece, your OPs. How would that change the way you greet the dawn, the energy with which you embark upon the day's journey? Living with purpose is akin to sailing a ship across the vast oceans, with clear skies above and the stars to guide you. Your purpose is your North Star, unwavering and true, guiding you through storms and still waters alike. But finding this purpose requires introspection, a deep dive into the core of your being to discover what truly ignites your passion. Ask yourself, what is it that sets my soul aflame? Is it the pursuit of knowledge, the creation of beauty, the upliftment of others? Once discovered, this purpose becomes the beacon that lights your path, a call to action that stirs within you a sense of urgency to live, to create, to be. Yet purpose alone is not enough. It must be coupled with a sense of urgency, a recognition that the time to act is not tomorrow, but today. Urgency is not about haste, but about passion, a fervent desire to embrace each moment, to utilize every breath in the pursuit of what matters most. It's about waking each day with a heart eager to beat the drum of your dreams, feet ready to walk the path of your calling. Living with urgency and purpose requires courage, the bravery to step beyond the confines of comfort, to venture into the unknown in pursuit of your calling. It's about making decisions not out of fear, but out of conviction, choosing paths that may be less traveled, but that promise greater fulfillment. This courage is fueled by the knowledge that time is a precious commodity, one that once spent cannot be reclaimed. In this pursuit, let us also recognize the importance of presence, of being fully immersed in the here and now. Living with purpose and urgency is not just about the future, but about fully experiencing each moment, savoring the journey as much as the destination. It's about finding joy in the process, learning in the challenges, and growth in the journey. And what of the obstacles that stand in our way? The fears that whisper doubts into our hearts. Let us meet them with resilience, with the understanding that every challenge is but a stepping stone on the path to our dreams. Resilience is the armor we wear, not to shield us from the world, but to empower us to move through it with grace and strength. But how, in practical terms, do we embody this sense of purpose and urgency in our daily lives? It begins with setting intentions each morning, affirmations of the path you choose to walk that day. It's about prioritizing tasks that align with your purpose, dedicating your time and energy to what truly matters. And it's about reflecting each evening, not in judgment, but in appreciation for the steps taken, no matter how small, towards your goals. Living with purpose and urgency is also about connection, about surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and support your journey. For we are not solitary travelers, but part of a greater tapestry woven together by shared dreams and mutual aspirations. Let us seek out those who fan the flames of our passions, who encourage us to pursue our purpose with urgency and joy. As we embrace this way of living, let us do so with the understanding that the pursuit of purpose and urgency is not a destination, but a journey. It's a continuous process of becoming, of evolving into the fullest expression of ourselves. And in this journey, let us be guided by love, for it's love that gives purpose its deepest meaning and urgency, its greatest motivation. And so, as we stand at the threshold of a new dawn, let us step forward to light with purpose, with spirits infused with urgency. Let us live, not just in the anticipation of what the future holds, but in the vibrant reality of the present, making each day a testament to the power of living truly and deeply. The journey we've embarked upon together is more than a mere accumulation of strategies and insights. It's a call to action, a summons to awaken to the potential that resides within each of us. It's an invitation to step beyond the boundaries of the familiar, to challenge the status quo, and to dare to dream of what could be. But more than that, it's a reminder that the time to act is now, not tomorrow, not next week, but this very moment that we breathe. Remember, the canvas of your life is painted with the brushstrokes of daily actions, decisions, and choices. Each stroke, whether bold or subtle, adds depth and color to the masterpiece that is your life. The question then becomes, what will you create with the palette of time that is yours to wield? Will you paint with the vibrant hues of passion and purpose? Or will you allow the canvas to remain blank, a testament to what might have been? Let us choose then to live with purpose, to infuse each day with a sense of urgency that propels us forward toward our aspirations. Let us embrace the discipline of maximizing our time, not as a constraint, but as a liberation, freeing us to pursue the endeavors that set our souls ablaze. And in the face of distractions and time wasters, let us remain steadfast, guided by the beacon of our goals, undeterred by the tempests that seek to veer us off course. In this journey, let us not walk alone. Let us draw strength from the community of like-minded souls who share our path, who inspire us to rise higher and reach further. Together, let us build a legacy, not of monuments and accolades, but of lives touched, dreams pursued, and potentials realized. As we stand on the precipice of tomorrow, gazing out at the horizon of possibilities, let us make a solemn vow, a vow to live each day as if it were our masterpiece, to treat each moment as a precious gem to be cherished and not squandered. Let us commit to a life of action, of purpose, and of urgency, knowing that in the end, it is not the years in our life that count, but the life in our years. So as we part ways, carry with you the torch of this message, letting its light guide you through the shadows of doubt and fear. Step forward with courage, with hope, and with the unwavering belief that the life you dream of is not only possible, but within your grasp. Remember, the only limit to what you can achieve is the breadth of your imagination and the strength of your